I'm Kate.
And I'm Cheryl, and together we are
Fickle.
Stitches. Good afternoon, Kate.
Good evening, Cheryl.
Uh, Technically, yeah, all right, fine. It is 6:23 p.m., 6:53 in Newfoundland, um, here on November the 13th, and welcome to our cross stitch channel. Welcome to Fickle Stitches. And we do like to talk about cross stitch. We do like to talk about a little bit of other stuff, but depends on what mood we're in. It's been a couple of weeks, and we have been busy with life and vacation stitching. And you,
Yeah, it was a little overproductive.
yes, and I was sidetracked by birthdays and an anniversary and all that other fun stuff. But we have a nice full program of stitching for you today. We do want to start off by thanking everybody for their comments from the last video.
Yes.
We've got some ones that genuinely made me laugh out loud. And I'm not going to read all of them, but there are some questions that we're going to answer in the middle of this. So I'm just going to start off with, I think it's Stitching with Lou. And they talked about, the progress and all the different things. But they talked about one of their Halloween costumes when they were 7 or 8 years old. They were a Hershey Kiss, and it was so cold and windy, and the ribbon on my hat kept blowing off, so I just looked like a crumpled ball of aluminum foil coming out of my bubble jacket. And I can picture that and understand.
Yes.
And they also talked about they only got 2 trick-or-treaters. We prepped for 45 because we weren't 100% sure how busy. We have just moved into the neighborhood, so we went with like 45. That way we could catch all the little kids, and if there's any that come later, well. But it worked out. I don't think we would have had many more than that. Like, we cut it off at 45. I think if we prep next year for like 50, I think that'll be sufficient. So ours was a little bitty. My mother had 2. So there you go. You just don't know.
We had 113.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. Todd had 113.
Todd had 100. Todd.
I was on my self vacation for 2 nights.
Yes. So Todd was that was the hero of Halloween for that one. Here's another one from Crystal Fuller, who remembers going with my costume over my sew suit in the late 70s, plus those lovely plastic masks that had the rubber band that was stapled to the sides that always got caught in your hair. I was
Yes.
like, yes.
Always.
Yeah, always.
You gotta pull that off, and you pull out chunks of hair.
Chunks of hair, absolutely. What was I going to say? The best memory of the night for us was, I think she might have been 4 or 5, and she came up in her pretty costume, and I looked and I said, "Hi, Elsa," and she freaked out that I knew exactly. She was so happy I knew exactly who she was without me having to tell her. She was like leaping, like, she was genuinely happy. I was like, well, I made a kid happy. That's all I need for the evening. So that was kind of fun. It was really interesting. There wasn't a huge, that we had a mishmash mixture of stuff. There wasn't any one real theme, and everyone seemed to put some effort into it, especially like even the older kids, sometimes they just come around and wear their soccer uniform from school. And it's like, yeah, no. What else? What else is in here? Oh, we had another question from Angie Fitro. I think that's what it is. Do you ladies use a spreadsheet to list your whips? If so, what and how? Now, I noticed you replied to that, but do you want to tell everybody what you answered?
So I currently am using Notion, a template in Notion, and I can't remember where I got it. Well, I got it from Sammy, but she tweaked something else that's, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know where the original started. Um, I should know because I threw money at it too, so I wouldn't feel bad. I don't remember, but I use Notion right now. But I don't have so I was talking with somebody about Shannon last night about this. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I have absolutely no idea how many PDF files I have of patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have a clue. Um, Pretty up to date with all the hard copies got put into Notion. There's probably about 10, the last 10 that I bought that haven't um, made it in there yet.
Yeah.
Um, and I just have a 3-page paper list
Mm-hmm.
of what I started for the year. It's the 2024 whips, and then I go by chronologically,
Mm-hmm.
and then size, and then start date, and they get uh, greened out if they get finished, and they get a red if they get UFO'd, and
Mm-hmm.
they just keep adding on.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not a spreadsheet girl. I've never had to deal with a spreadsheet at work. I have to use computer programming for our hospital software, and it doesn't.
It
They're
does it all
not
for
looking
you.
for,
Yeah.
yeah, spreadsheet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Their stuff generates their statistics. So
Yeah. So I do have spreadsheets. I have spreadsheets that are tracking my whips and whip information, but I also have it on paper as well. Um, and I do have a master data sheet of all of my patterns now. And that means PDFs, paper, ones that I pulled out of magazines, books, booklets, kits.
overachiever.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It makes me sad to keep it up because then I see how many patterns I actually have. It's not
So
very.
what's the last number you remember from that list?
It's over 1,000.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah. But in the process of the last year, both downsizing and whittling away, I am in the process as I'm putting stuff. I'm looking over here because this is the bookshelf where all of my patterns are going to be. Um, as I've been, I'm updating my list because I have given when we went to StitchCon how many years ago. I put a pile of stuff out there. I put up in giveaways of things that I know that I'm not gonna do. We've given some giveaways, so I haven't done a major update of the database. I call it a database, but it is a spreadsheet. Um, I haven't done an update in a while. So I'm in the process of doing that so I can give you a firmer number later. So I keep track of that and then I keep track of my current webs. And when I finish a project, um, the pattern gets filed away and I have a binder system. And then it gets marked in my database that yes, I've stitched this at least once. So there you go. So that's my system.
I have a small addition.
Oh, yes.
Okay, here is my card catalog, I'm going to call it.
Yes.
I worked for library a lot of years
Mm-hmm.
in high school and college, and almost thought I was going that route in
Mm-hmm.
school. So I have,
I'm going
I
to
don't know
put
if you
it
can see it there.
just on you so people. There we go. Okay.
Okay, can you see that there's like alphabetical index tabby thingies?
Yes.
Okay, so every whip I have has a card, a 4x6 index card, It's got the name, the designer, the size,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm stitching with, what it's the called for, the fabric, if I know
Mm-hmm.
the name, when I started it. Then at the bottom is PB stands for project bag. So I know when I'm going to look for it, what
Uh-huh.
it is.
Yep.
Um, and then if I've had the project for a year, at least a year, because I started this last year. On the back is written what I stitched on the project last year, the total. So in 2023, I stitched on this project 4,283 stitches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and you are way more organized in that arena than I am as far as keeping track of when you last stitched on something on a centralized card. I have a journal. This is the latest one where I keep track of what I stitched and when, or how many stitches. Um, but I
Yeah, I used
don't.
to do all that, but now it's Notion.
Yeah, but I don't have a list of. I'd have to flip through. It's like, when was the last time I stitched on this? I'm not sure. You know.
Notion tells me that. Anyway, so if I finish something, here are all the cards that have been finished
Mm,
since I started doing the cards, and they just hang out in the back. And
gotcha.
it's a huge chunk, and I really should just one day just look at it and go, oh, look at how much I did.
Mm-hmm.
And then I, put stickers on it. All my endangered species club stickers went on it. I've got one more left.
Uh,
Um,
you get enough space for it. Up
yes,
top
there is one.
or
Nope,
on back.
right down
Okay. Yeah.
here.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So,
So we use. I think it's fair to say we use a combination of digital and paper means, because I think
yeah.
Gen X we straddle.
I also don't trust, like, Notion won't suddenly poof and
Mm-hmm.
I'll lose my entire thing.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'll be very, very
Very
sad if
sad.
that happens.
Yep. I hear
So,
that. Okay.
I have, yeah,
Oh,
that's
sorry.
it.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about stitching. Or are we done with questions?
So, thank you so much for everyone. Oh, and Candy, you asked about silks. We think you're talking about
Which training academy?
which training academy? Question mark. If that's not the project you are thinking about, let us know. But she's now going to answer your question. Hopefully, it was Witch's Training
It's
Academy.
it's needlepoint silk, and I have this whole kit because I accidentally bought the silk pack twice.
Oh, oh dear.
So when I get it done and give it away, that's going with it.
Oh, well, there you go. So, okay, so we hope, Candy, that answers your question. We hope that that's the project you were thinking of. If not, let us know.
Yeah, I don't think I was working with silk anywhere else
Yeah, I don't think so either.
last week.
I'm
Last two
looking
weeks.
back. I mean, I think that's the only one that you were. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. So now we're going to get into some stitching. Some serious stitching, because Kate was on vacation.
Oh, yes. Yes, she was.
So we're gonna start with a finish or two. Go, Kate,
Yes.
go.
Well, I'm going to call this a finish for now.
Yes.
Um, I did all of the back stitching on Dark Queen of the Earth
Yes.
from Lane Stitchery. And I did not count all the back stitching. I put one day on Notion as 100. I stitched more than 200 back stitches that day, but I just wanted to get credit for stitching on it during the time.
Absolutely.
Roughly 3 days of stitching, about 17 hours.
Ugh.
Um, it's because you had to have a black and white chart because red lines were two strands and black lines were one strand, but you're stitching the same, like you're coming down the arm and it goes black, red, and you're just like, "Ah!"
Oh my goodness. Yes.
So when I go to beat it, I'm only going to be looking at, I will only have to be looking at one chart and it'll be fine. So anyway, here she is.
So pretty. Can you put her down a little? No, down. There you go. So there was a couple of different options. If you're not familiar with this project, there was a couple of different options for the head and the hair,
And
correct?
there were options for breasts or no breasts, covered or no
Correct.
covered.
Right? And the head.
Options for the skin color,
Mm-hmm.
options for the face,
Yes.
and then the things coming off the head, and then options for the orbs, or those could be blooming flowers. And yeah, the skin. If you chose skin A, the bottom feet looked different. If you chose skin B, the bottom of them looked like a tree walking, which
So
is what I did.
basically, choose your own adventure.
Yes.
Okay,
No
so do you.
one is going to have something the exact same. Oh, and
Right,
options for the hair.
right. So
They had a
can you
ton of options for the hair.
slowly, like, kind of scroll up so that we can see the totality? Yeah, kind of like dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. So that gives you an idea. They
Okay.
are beautiful patterns, but goodness, there's a lot of work in those.
Yes.
There is a lot
Okay.
of work.
Just a
Okay.
little bit. Okay.
Now you tell me you have a surprise.
I do. I had a bee in my butt this morning, or bee up my bonnet. I don't know what the saying is.
Be in
But
the
I was
bonnet.
like, bee in
Be
the
in my
bonnet. Yeah,
bonnet.
that would be
Be in my
that would
bonnet.
be stressful,
Yes.
wearing a bonnet and having a bee buzzing around your head.
Correct.
Okay. Is it an Amish thing?
Pioneer?
Pioneer? Okay.
Oregon Trail? I don't know.
You have died of dysentery. um, so my daily 100 project is Otterly Adorable by Paine Free Crafts. Here it is. I did not finish the whole thing, Cheryl. Don't get excited.
Oh, you finished a page.
I finished a page.
Oh, yes.
So Cheryl will have put in what it looks like. I'm doing this on 18 count blue fabric from Crazy Hamster. She never names her fabric. I'm doing it 2/1, and here it is.
Look at that. Oh, you just gave a thumbs up.
My thumbs aren't even out there.
I don't know. Oh, goodness. That's looking great.
So to get that, I stitched 2,514 stitches
Ooh.
in 2 weeks, and I am at 22.68%. This is in Pattern Keeper.
Wow. So almost a
So I
quarter.
wanted to, yeah, almost a quarter. I wanted to
Nice.
get the page finished because this is not going to be around next year in the plans.
Oh, we're putting a park in it. Got it.
Yeah, so I'll pull out. Um, I would like to get another page finished on Elemental Icons Earth
Right.
because that's going to come out next. Because that
Gotcha.
also is not. And that should be fine. Page Free Crafts pages are like 2,500.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you can tell, I go over the page breaks because I don't like I don't want to risk the hard page lines.
Yeah.
So
You can see them. Like you can.
I,
Wait, if you cut things off like a straight line when the page ends, you can see it. Like I think you can anyway, but
sometimes, yeah.
sometimes. Anyways, yeah. All right. Well, that's very, very good. I have not finished a dang thing. Um, Yeah. So let's talk about starts. Kate?
Did you start anything?
I noticed that I went straight to you.
Okay. All right. So I started something which you guys never saw as haul because it showed up like 2 days after we last filmed,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, I'm starting this now.
Yeah, you
And
are.
I'm talking about the Blackwater Siren Sal from Bella Filipina. Um, we're not going to insert a picture because it's a mystery stitch along. So,
Yeah.
so I am doing this on 16 count dark waters from under the sea. I'm using the called for threads. I'm still waiting for my petite treasure braid. It was back ordered, so I'll get it eventually. Um, I did get the beads, but I'm not beading right away. And
Mm-hmm.
I have put in 553 stitches. I don't know
Can
if you
you
can see
move it
anything.
over to your left? There you go. Okay, I see where it is. Gotcha.
This is a treasure chest,
Okay.
and all the pieces will come, the future pieces will come off of this. So, and this is cut for this piece of fabric is cut for the sale. Under the Sea was running a special. Um, but yes, one late night I was watching Vicky at Reading and Stitching,
Mm-hmm.
and she was talking about she couldn't wait for this to start, and I was like, I went and did some add to cart retail therapy.
Mm-hmm.
uh, so I'm not done with part one. Part
Okay.
two comes out on Friday. So I'm not in any way trying to keep up with this one. I just wanted
Okay.
to get it started so I can include it in next year's plans.
Sorry. There we go. Um, well, I'm excited to see what that one looks like. If you haven't heard about it, you can always go the to Bella Filipina. They've done the outline shaded, so you can get
Yes.
kind of an idea of what it might look like. Just not the details, of course, but yeah, it looks really
Yeah.
interesting. I'm curious to see what it's going to be at the end. I do enjoy um, most of Bella Filipina patterns. I think they're beautiful. I have never stitched one yet, but they're nice.
I have one that's done and a couple that are whips.
Oh,
Three
well,
that
there
are
you
whips
go.
now.
Okay. All right, so is that all for your starts?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. So, whippy whips. You got any
You want me to
whips?
go first? I have a I have a lot. Do you
Do
want
a
me to
chunk
show
like
like
7 or 8, and then I'll throw in my couple, and then we'll do the rest of yours. How's that?
yes. Everybody go get a drink. Pause, go get a drink.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, thanks for coming back.
Great,
All
thanks.
right.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
These are in no particular order. I still did my temperature stitching in the last 2 weeks. I am behind on about two projects, 2 or 3 projects. And then after this video gets filmed, some of the projects are changing. I'm changing them,
Gotcha.
changing my list. Some of the Halloween ones will stay, some of them will not.
Gotcha.
But one of the ones that was on the list is Black Cat Bell Pull by Lindy Stitches. Here's a picture of what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this on the called for 16 count Blackberry Latte from Grace Notes, using the called for Weeks Dye Works and DMC. This was temperature stitching, but also I think I can finish this year. So 2,397. This is a project I worked on most of Halloween.
Ooh, can you raise it up a smidge so we can see the bottom? There we go. So you started like where the beware is? Is that right?
I started, nope, up here. I was up
Okay.
here.
Yeah, that
I
makes
finished the
sense.
words.
Yeah.
I finished part 3,
Yeah.
and then I stitched the border, and then I stitched part 4. And the last time I picked it up, I did the border. So I have part 5 and 6 left to go.
Okay.
And this one was, I think, the most stitch heavy with the curtains and the
Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
It's a lot of words on the last two. So
Gotcha.
I think I can get this done. I'm gonna try to I'm including it in the finish this stitch November, December
Nice.
plans. Sorry, the cat is trying to nudge back onto the paperwork. I don't know why you want to lay on the paper. Okay. Next is your favorite Tidepool. I use
Tidepool.
this as a category. This is my go-to piece when nothing I have really fits it. And it was the oldest whip. I was not pulling Rhiannon back out. So,
Correct.
so Tidepool by Carolyn Manning Designs on 16 count off-white Ada using the called for DMC. And I put 540 stitches in.
Look at how pretty.
It
Nice.
is. So I'm just doing the fill-ins on page 2. I have the diamonds all done on page 2.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's a lot of fill-in. This next one was a temperature stitch. This is Witch Training Academy. Here's what it looks like. It's by Kathy Barrick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this with the NPS. It's a 16 count Fortnite fabrics, I believe. I did 202 stitches. I think it was only called once, but once I was going, I was going. So I just was going up on the moon and doing some filling.
That is a
Actually,
great
no,
like
I
the.
think it got.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just saying that that fabric is perfect. It really is great. It's very very good.
It is. It's so good.
Yeah.
I think it was called twice. That's why I had to get to 200.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
great. This next one is the Amur Leopard by Lindy Stitches. Here's a
Mm-hmm.
photo of what it is. I'm doing this on 16 count Arial from Picture This Plus using the called for threads. It's got like 2 overdyes and the rest are DMC. I stitched 678 stitches on this.
Look at the leopard.
Yes, definitely coming in.
Nice.
Um, this one is staying on my temperature stitching because I honestly think I could probably finish it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because like that leg fill-in was like 246 stitches. So
Yeah.
I
Not
have
bad.
unrealistic expectations of my stitching.
Welcome to our channel.
Yes. Which could have
Delusional.
been called delusional counting.
Yeah, I was just gonna say delusional counting, unrealistic expectations, fickle stitches. Boom.
Yes.
That we need to make a shirt with that saying that.
We should talk to Athena.
Yes, we should.
Um, so this next one is a Whip Go call from Justine at X's and
X's and
Hoes.
O's.
I'm not quite done with the 500 stitches it needs, but I also know I will work on it again this month and knock off another hexagon. And if you recognize the word hexagon, this is the Wonders of the James Webb Space Telescope by
Yay.
Climbing Goat Designs on 16 count Picture This Plus Gothic. And I Did 264 stitches to finish a hexagon. Here's where we're at.
Nice.
Yeah, I just was trying to do my category stuff before I whipped off another hexagon. This 2 is in the finish this stitch, or the other word, goal. All right, this next one was a category of least amount stitched. This was Autumn in the Pines by Rosewood Manor. I'm doing this on 16 count eucalyptus by Fox and Rabbit and using the called for weeks dye works. I stitched 401 and I learned a specialty stitch. I think it was a
Oh,
diamond Smyrna.
nice.
I just love it on this fabric.
Nice.
So this is like half a page. And I'm like, there's only 6 pages. And I keep looking at it going, I don't want to put it down. I just want to keep going.
That's the beauty of that one. It's the textures and the trees don't all look the same, so it makes it fun. Yeah.
Yes, it's very much fun. All right. One more and then it'll be your turn.
Okay.
For a category, it was monochromatic, right?
Sure.
Sure, she says.
I don't know.
I picked up Elemental Dragon's Air by Ink Circles. I'm doing this on 16 count Lotus on Bee Stitch Me, and this was a restart.
Sure that wasn't geometric?
6. Oh, geometric, yeah. All
Yeah.
right. And this 605 stitches. So here we go.
Pretty, so pretty.
It is. It really is. And it just was flying.
Mm-hmm.
And I have found the center.
Nice.
So I get delusional about this one too, going, well, if you just gave it, six straight days, you'd be done.
Sure, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Humor me. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I believe in you.
I believe in me too.
I believe in you. Believe in you tonight. Sorry.
All right. Your turn before we finish the rest of my crap.
Okay, fine. All right.
Okay.
So I'll flip it over to moi. Okay. So, I worked on 3 whips. Like I said, I had some family monumental events happening, and so that kind of interfered. And I will be honest with you, this last month I've been really struggling with the stitchy bug, and so I think I'm back on it, but there's been like I'll stitch a couple days and then I won't for a couple of days and I'll stitch a couple of days. But I think I'm getting back into every day or a little more consistent. So with that being said, I wanted to finish my goal of stitches on Santa of the Forest by Lavender and Lace. So how pretty. There's basically a full coverage, but not, you know what I mean? I'm stitching it on 32 count linen, and I'm using the called for threads. This is one that has been sitting in my stash for a while, and it was one of my birthday starts, my 50th birthday starts, and so this is where I'm at, and it's getting so pretty. I just love this one. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, I'm gonna flip it this way, sorry. Okay, so I concentrated on the top and I filled in the next color of red along here. So now the next time I pick it up, I will be concentrating on the face. I will be probably
Okay.
doing it 1/1. No, I mean like
Oh, you're
over 1 stitches for the face. Um, and the beard is going to be normal.
okay.
But it's so pretty. Like, this lighting is not showing how beautiful the reds are. I just love it.
You're a
Anyways,
sucker for a good red.
I am a good sucker for a good red, for Father Christmas, all of the things.
Is the project starting to behave itself?
Yes, yes, it is, for sure. Okay, so there's that one. Much better than what it was, yes. I was having issues. The next one I worked on, I wanted to do a little bit of Halloween stitching, and I realized I only have one whip in my one Halloweenish bag by Vicky at Stitch and Button, and it is Halloween Hill. And I'm going to bring that really close. Halloween Hill by You and I and Friends. Again, old school, primitive, oldie but goodie from my stash. And this was called for some of the people on Virtual Stitchers one night. I gave them a Whip Go square and said, hey, what one should I work on? And everybody's like, do a Halloween one. I said, okay, I only have one. So, here we go. This is what I was able to get done. That doesn't look like a whole lot, but I promise it is. It's on 22 count cream Aida. I'm doing 1/1. So I concentrated on the roof and the house. There's a lot of stitches in that house. And I'm using the call for threads.
But the roof is done.
The roof is done. Yeah. It's going to be great when it's done. I'm excited about it. It's deceptive. Because I know I'd put a lot of stitches in it. Let me look and see how many. Yeah, 350. Like this little roof and house section, just that is 350 stitches.
Yep.
So, yeah. Anyways. There you go. So, put that away. And then I'm trying to get caught up from some of my whips that were called in October and November. And so this one had a stitching goal for October and November. So I did them together. And also I do believe I had it on my whip go for some. Anyways, it is In the Bleak Midwinter by our friend Park Hopper Bart Designs. And I am going to claim the fact that I asked him to do a design using In the Bleak Midwinter. I'm claiming this. And it just happened. I didn't say anything about what it was. I was just like, can you do one based on that one sometime? Because he likes doing... he's inspired by different, more classical themes, if you could say that. And so this is what he's done. And it's beautiful. And so when I saw that, I had to start it, of course. And it is on 32 count linen, vintage Stormy Night. And I am using the Call for Leo and Roxy floss. And so this is what I have gotten done. So when I started it, I had the first row of the blue squares, half done. So
Okay.
I've done basically 3.5 rows. And as you can see, I was trying to get the last bit done for now. There's about 10 stitches left to do. So I'm calling it done. So this is over, in total, it's over 600 stitches on this one. And I'm excited. It's really beautiful. I'm enjoying stitching on it. The repetitive stitching has been helpful. this week.
The fabric is a good choice.
And the fabric is the called for. I remember buying this. We got it at Keepsakes when we were at StitchCon.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I knew at that point in time that that was going to be one of my starts. And I had already tried my local LNSs to see if they had Vintage Stormy Night, and none of them did. So I thought, okay, while I'm at Keepsakes, I'm going to see if they had it, and they did. So there you go. There's a little gem for you.
I remember being in that small room rummaging through the fabric bins with you,
All the
with Matt
fabric.
and you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was really excited when they said, "Oh yeah, we have some of that." So I got a nice chunk. It's the printed on one side kind, and it's really nice. So, and um it's really pretty. You think, oh, it's just like geometric, it's just the same thing over and over and over again. But really and truly, when you look at it up close with the variegations of the thread, it's beautiful. Anyways, good job, Bart.
I don't think he even knows we have a Flosstube.
I can't remember. I think he does. It doesn't matter. He'll see it later. Okay, so we're going to go back to you. Boop.
Yep, because I'm not done yet.
Okay.
All right, back with more temperature stitching. This is Midnight at Raven Manor by Whistlestop Stitcher Designs, using the called for overdyes and some DMC. I'm doing this on 16 count pink chocolate from Bestitch Me. It's a great color. Where am I? 349 stitches. And I kept working on the house.
Yes. Ooh, that looks good.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I can get this done this year. So.
Yeah. Is it going to make the cut for...
I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay. That's getting ahead of ourselves.
Yes.
Sorry.
Don't spoil future content.
Sorry.
All right. Remember I had that one project from last time that had the temperature had never been called? The number?
Yes.
It got called like the second day of November or something.
Oh,
Second
there
or
you
third
go.
day. So I was like, yay. So this is Another Year Creeps by Ink Circles. Here's what it looks like. I'm using Classic Colorworks threads. 16 count Enchanted by not Forbidden Fiber, Fortnite Fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
And since I hadn't seen it yet, I did 496 stitches because
Nice.
I wanted to.
Can you bring it down and over to your left? There we go. Beautiful. Nice.
So I think those are flowers in that block. I'm not sure.
Right.
It's kind of hard to tell right this second. Like black tulipy things, black lilies or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yep, I like it. It's a fun stitch.
Nice.
All right. This next one is a Whip Go call from Jackie at X's and Hoes.
Mm-hmm.
This is Star Dragon from Owl Forest. I'm stitching this on 20 count moss by Vintage Needle Arts. And I'm using the Owl Forest threads.
Mm-hmm.
And I stitched 520. And here's where I got to.
Nice. Ooh, you got into the red.
Got into the red the last time. This time I just kept going on the border.
Well, fine.
I know. It's kind of like I'm withholding the red as a, like, hey, you got to stitch so much border before you can put in some red.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing that to myself, to be honest.
It's a reward.
Yep. It's just so pretty.
So, I finally need to suck up and put back in this part, which is what I had on the bottom border, which is what I had done before I had to restart it. So it's one of those. I already stitched it once.
Right.
I don't want to stitch it again,
This
but now
is
I have to.
deja vu. Yes.
Yeah. All right. For a category of flora and fauna, Shores of Hawk Run Hollow came back out.
Mm-hmm.
This is Carriage House Samplings. I'm doing this on 20 count vintage country mocha using the called for silks. Hi, Katniss. I stitched 576 stitches, and all I did was put in the windows on the house.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So I still need about 1,100 stitches for the year on this one.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last one that has a goal.
Mm-hmm.
So it will stay out and continue to get worked on. But it's not something I'm going to put in temperature stitching. It's just something I have to like pull out and go to town on.
Right.
I can't just pull it out for 100 stitches here and there. Um, okay, a long, long time ago, I had a whip that I couldn't find called Funny Dogs from Owl Forest Embroidery
Mm-hmm.
using the Owl Forest threads, and it's on 16 count honey from Bestitch Me. Well, I found it, and I'm like, I'm going to stitch on this darn thing just because I haven't seen it
Right.
since I stitched on it the first day in March. Um, so I did 392 and started work on the
Nice.
second. I finished the first dog and I started the second one.
Nice.
Um, so I was just glad to find it.
Mm-hmm. And to answer everyone's question, where was it?
It had gotten behind a bunch of project bags in the armoire and just
Oh,
was like flush against the back,
gotcha.
not. So when I finally just pulled everything out to try to get the temperature stitching that I wanted, I'm like, what's this back here?
Gotcha.
Oh. All right, people, down to the last one.
Woo.
This was temperature stitching, but over and above temperature stitching, it only got called once. But this is the Monster House stitch along from Satsuma Street. This is being done on 16 count Storm from Atomic Ranch. I'm using the DMC. I stitched 1,015. I finished part 3 except for the little bit of back stitching I haven't done yet.
So good.
Yeah, this is staying in temperature stitching because I'd like to get this done this year, and I think I can.
Right.
There's 3 parts left.
Nice.
So, yeah. And that gives me a grand total of 11,842 stitches, along with all those back stitches I didn't count.
Nice. Very nice. Well
Yeah,
done.
thank you.
You were busy.
I was insane.
Well, I think you were just decompressing and it just flowed out of your needle.
Yeah, there also was some rage stitching after the election. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Yes.
We cope. We cope with what we can cope with.
Absolutely. Control what we can control. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. So do you want to talk a little bit about plans for next round? Or do you want to talk haul?
I'll do plans really fast. Mine are pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Next week I'm gonna be Dark Queen of the Earth.
Yes.
It's time.
It's time. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. It's time. I actually think the beading might be easier than the backstitch. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna finish tonight. I think I'm gonna try to finish up all of the temperature stitching from this block of projects, so I can like. I probably won't show them the next Flosstube. I'll just have photos because
Mm-hmm.
there's only like two that aren't. I think there's three projects and two of them are going away.
Right.
So the third one stays. And then we'll add some projects that I think I can get finished.
So, just to be clear for those who may not know, going away means they are not going to be part of your focus stitching for next year.
No, I think I decided I'm calling it they're taking a nap.
Right. Yes. They're taking a year-long nap.
Yes. Now,
Okay.
that doesn't mean they won't come out, but because there are some projects next year that are being focused on that I think I can finish. Um, See, this is spoiling the whole planning video, but people will
Sorry.
watch anyway.
Sorry.
So
Sorry.
I figured out my yearly goals on everything because it's 2025. It's 2,500 stitches.
Nice.
It seems reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, at least it wasn't 25,000. That would be
No,
delusional.
no, I have delusional goals. I have a whole page of delusional goals that I will share with people when that
Yes.
planning video
And we
comes
do our
out.
planning
'Cause,
video, yes. I will continue to hold out on the mystique. For my plans, are you done? I'm sorry.
um, yeah.
Okay, all right. For my plans, I'm going to keep on going on as I've been going on. I did not mention the Magical Mystery Project. I am working on those in the background. And it's um, the crunch is now on. So,
All I can hear is the heat is on.
heat is on.
Yep.
Okay. So I am working that, but I do need to have like kind of like a palette cleanser in the middle of it. I would like to try and get. I think I have one more goal from October that hasn't been completed yet. One.
Yeah, I have one category left.
One. I have one, two. I have two October categories that are not finished yet, and and the rest of the November categories. If it's not a magical mystery project, it's probably gonna carry over until. But I will work on it a little bit just to give me a break from repetitiveness. I can only do repetitive for so much. But anyways, so that's my plan. So again, next time we film, you'll see like maybe one or two whips from me, and the rest of it you'll see it'll all will be revealed after Christmas.
Yes.
Yes. So there you go. Okay. In honor of the fact that in my life we are now like eyeing the Christmas season. I'm gonna go back
Oh
to an
no.
oldie but goodie. Wegman's bag, Wegman's bag, Wegman's bag of stuff. Acquisitions, lots of stitching, we can't get enough. Wegman's bag of acquisitions. Would you like to go first or shall I?
How much do you have?
Just a couple of things.
Why don't you go first?
Okay.
I have more than I thought.
Oh. Let's see. All right, I'll split it out here. Okay. One is very uninteresting. I got the threads that I needed to order for my. I completely did a floss swap on Autumn in the Pines and Dreaming of Autumn Leaves, and these are what I ordered to be backup stash because I knew I didn't have enough to cover what I was doing, so that's all this. Very exciting. The other thing that came in was as part of my birthday gift, my husband said, go order a project bag. And so for this round, it was Sheba Designs out of, I think she's in Alberta. Don't quote me on that. So I went on the website, and so this is the one that he got for me. It's a print by, I can't remember who it's in this a certain artist style. I just like the Art Deco-y kind of feel. I don't know why. And then there's
Pretty.
the inside.
Oh,
there's the inside, and that's a sticker. So there's that.
and I wish they had done the outside, the inside fabric.
Yeah, but I'm not mad at this either. I like it. But yeah, this is pretty spectacular.
That's stunning.
Yeah. So while I was on it, of course,
they can't travel alone.
Cannot travel alone.
Lonely.
And it's not safe. Again, this is Sheba Designs, and
oh, that's you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And the inside is silver, and then of course that's the sticker for this particular package. I think she puts one sticker in per package. Cute. And then while I was in there, I was like, oh, I need another fall one.
Well, that's different.
There we go. With orangey and
that one.
It's like an orangey print.
Okay.
Yeah. So more than likely, my 2 new fall starts are gonna go in these, maybe ? Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure what's going in this one. I am doing a I've ordered some mesh bags for smalls to free up some of my fabric project bags for bigger projects. Mm-hmm. So they'll be big enough to hold like an 8x11 photocopy of the pattern kind of deal. But they won't be, I want to use these for bigger projects than smalls. So like if I have Mill Hills going or something smaller, that's what I want to do. So anyways, there you go. That is my haul for this week. There you go. All you.
This cat has been sleeping on me the entire Flosstube. I don't know if this is going to disturb her or not.
We shall see.
So, Stitch Me, ready to ship fabrics, got me.
Always.
Fat quarters. This is 16 count ledger.
That's so good. I love ledger.
I love ledger. I love teeth ledger too. And then 16 count space rock.
Ooh, nice.
Which is a good grungy gray. Right. I ordered this from a Crafty Cove at Etsy.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a fabric snap tray.
Ooh, look at that.
So, and it's a bit bigger than the ones Vic made.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a reason I wanted a bit bigger size.
Okay.
So there it is. All
nice.
Snapped up. So cute. And that will go over there. Now, don't think Vic didn't get my money, because I had ordered her project bags. So here is the first one, celestial print, and then this dark blue with stars on the inside.
Oh, that's pretty.
And then the zipper pull is some blue beads with a moon. So
Nice.
very pretty.
Yes, I'm holding off and waiting. I do believe she's going to do another round. Did she say she was doing another round of project bags that are going to be more Christmas theme,
Yeah,
like
you might want
Christmas
to check
winter?
her website today.
Oh, they did.
I thought I saw something, but I didn't go check it out.
I'll go look while you're talking.
Okay, okay. These were the Halloween bags. So
Yes.
black hats and moons. Same sort of zipper pull with the moon, and the inside fabric kind of looks like the surface of the moon.
Nice.
I said, yeah, free gift. I didn't see the free gift before. And this is a fall project bag. Look at all the puppies!
Oh my gosh, the puppies are adorable. Okay, the corgi puppy.
Oh,
The top, up top, middle.
the Basset. Yes, yes.
Oh, okay,
The
sorry.
pug, the German Shepherd, the Labs, the Basset Hound. I don't know what you are, but you're stinking cute. And then the inside is like this white on white tone of fall leaves. And then the zipper
Nice.
pull is a little dog. So super cute. And like I said, I just found a free gift. Oh, it's a Game of Thrones needle minder.
Fun.
Very fun. Oh, oh, I forgot I bought this. All right, so I got this from BYE Design Co. in Etsy,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a t-shirt. She has all sorts of crafting t-shirts.
Nice. Because stabbing people is wrong.
Yes. I did go a size up from what I normally do, but I do feel like things shrink over time.
Mm-hmm.
This is 100% cotton, made in Honduras. It's going to shrink. Even though it doesn't go through the dryer, they still wind up shrinking.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to admit I'm getting fatter. Well, the scale doesn't say I'm getting fatter, so I'm going to
There you
leave the
go.
scale. Oh, and then fabric of the month,
Nice.
which is Hocus 16 count Ada Hocus Pocus from Fox and Rabbit. And it's kind of like this clay russet color.
Nice.
Is that it? Did I buy any PBS? Oh, I bought something from eBay, but it hasn't gotten yet. Yeah, that was a I need to stop purchasing things after 10 o'clock at night. I feel like that is when I get enabled the most.
Mm-hmm.
And you're watching Flosstube, and then all of a sudden you're buying things, and you're like, no idea if I'm ever going to stitch this. Why am I buying it? But I did.
Right.
Yeah.
So I am looking at Vicky Stitch and Buttons group on Facebook. She has released the color combinations or fabric combinations for the next batch of bags. What she's been doing is putting the fabric choices up and indicating how many bags that she can make out of this particular fabric combo. And you can ask for a standard bag, the accessory, like the smaller one, the Notions bag, Ort book, or the fabric snap tray. And that way she knows how many to cut and not waste her time. And I can see too that I'm going to probably put my little fingies on. But yeah, they're definitely more winter, Christmassy related this round. So join her Facebook group if you're interested. She makes really great bags. So there you go. Hi, baby. To end off our video, because we are now done, the end off the video, the nature moment for this filming is something I should have talked about earlier. It was warm enough on Halloween night for my husband and I, Jerry, to sit on our front porch steps and hand out the candy outside instead of opening and shutting the door 20 million times. So, to celebrate the fact that it wasn't freezing cold, I'm going to insert the picture of our two little shiny smiley faces right here. And we're back. There you go. And so that's about as naturey as I got. I was a little sidetracked. As I said, it's been raining and windy a lot the last couple of days, so it's kind of like there's no pretty right now. There's no pretty nature to do right now.
The leaves are pretty much gone off the trees here, so I'm like, oh.
Yeah, my mother and I went on a drive. She had an appointment. And the yellow maples trees are still holding tight. There's one here and one there that they're holding on for dear life. But yeah, for the most part, we are now officially bare, naked trees, except for the evergreens.
Yeah, our lawn guy came yesterday, and we pay him to do the fall cleanup. Yes. And we had 22 bags of leaves that got put out at the side of the road. And they came and picked them up today. And I went, yay! Yay! Great timing.
Yeah, 'tis the season for raking the leaves. My mother keeps, she's fighting a losing battle because she goes and she rakes them all up or she blows them out or whatever. And the house across the street has 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it's 10 to 12 maple trees lining the driveway. And it's been windy. So it's like,
why? Yeah, we will not rake anymore this year at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. All the houses around us, except for the one neighbor next door, have their leaves out in piles on the side of the road. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. We're at the wind comes down the street and then it turns, our street turns. So we're right in that area. We just get everybody else's leaves. It's like, thanks for not bagging them, people.
Yeah,
because they haven't said when they're going around with the vacuum yet.
Yeah. So, yeah, 'tis the season. 'Tis the season for rustling leaves, that's for sure. But
it is. Back to delusional accounting. I wanted to point out a victory I had.
Okay, good.
With it. So last night I was with Shannon on Virtual Stitchers, and I was putting in more colors on that Otterly Adorable. And when I finished, I had one color left on the page, and I was like, I think there's 250 stitches left, and I'll do that tomorrow. Well, I got up in the morning and I did it, and it was 280, and I was like, I counted that as a win. That's nice. Pretty darn close. It wasn't 900.
So pleased for you.
I was only 30 stitches off.
Yay! That's not bad. We will call that a win.
Why it's so hard to estimate the amount of stitches that are left.
I don't know.
It just is.
It is. It really, really is. Oh, goodness. Well, there you go. So we'll leave off with a positive note.
Yes. I'm sure it won't happen again for the rest of the year, but
nope, never. So in 2 weeks from now, it will be just before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
But I do believe we are going to be filming.
Well, we might have to adjust the time.
Yeah. So if we don't see us,
because I'm supposed to be off, but I'm not going to be off because I'm off Thanksgiving.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. So yeah, just keep an eye out in the next couple of weeks. We should have another video out. Until then, thank you so much again for your fun Halloween memories and comments and
Yes,
questions. Please feel free. We do enjoy reading them. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. There's no dumb questions.
there isn't.
Nope. I ask plenty of them myself on a daily basis, so it's all good. And other than that, I think that'll be it. So, see y'all later. Have a happy stitching.
Happy stitching.
Bye.
Bye.